welcome to the broadcast and live stream of Moonshot Radio. Moonshot Radio is generously sponsored by the PNC Grow Up Great program. And here's your host, Dr. Nivea Torres.
Greetings and welcome to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, also known as KRC. Our vision is that all children in Indian River County will be ready for kindergarten. We proudly partner with the Moonshot Moment, who is transforming the next generation in Indian River County by having 90% of all students reading on grade level by the third grade. Joining me today to launch our third season of Moonshot Radio is a regular guest, Miss Nikki Boswell. Welcome, Nikki.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Nikki, we're so excited to have you back on the show. You've been on the show before, and you've really provided a lot of useful information to families, particularly during these unique and challenging times. But we want to remind some people who might not be familiar with your beautiful face, what exactly is it that you do for the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative?
Well, my title is Early Literacy Specialist. It's a lot under that belt. I am actually partnership with the parents, the in-home. I work one-on-one with the parents. First of all, again, creating that relationship. So just in allowing the family to be clear, honest with me as far as what do they need navigating in. And that could be just in resource that's in our community, or just some kind of tips to just support them on having their child ready for kindergarten.
Excellent. And that's really the key, Nikki, to make sure that parents know what they need to do to get their little one ready and excited for kindergarten. Nikki, how do you connect with families? How do they meet you? How do you recruit families for the program?
There's a lot of different ways. One of my biggest is just the family itself. You know, once you connect with the family and you work with them for a while and they see, you know, what is KRC all about, they recruit. I have a couple of siblings that's maybe 2 or 3 in a family that's I've been working with. I also connect through Head Start of Indian River County. I'm partnership with them. I do a lot of hands-on with them, and just me, myself, just in the community, seeing where, you know, I can jump in to be that help for that parent or that child.
Nikki, and we also want to share with folks who are tuning in that you do have a counterpart, Miss Maria Pantoja, who is based out of Fellsmere. And she is bilingual, English, Spanish, and she's also reaching out to families not only in Fellsmere, but in Sebastian and in other areas.
Yes, she's my partner, as we call each other, our better half. She do the same. Again, she was born and raised in Fellsmere, and the community already know her. That's what makes this job for our position so much easier, because we're very known in our community.
And that's why we keep having you on, because you're a trusted member of the community. People know you, people see your friendly face, as well as Maria. And it's important that people are able to talk in a very comfortable way about their child's needs so that ultimately they are ready for kindergarten. Nikki, we want to talk now about, as I said at the beginning, these are certainly challenging and very unique times. There are parents who are with little ones at home, parents who had to return back to work, parents who are now debating whether they send their child to daycare, Head Start, VPK, or kindergarten this year. And the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative has really been able to pivot their programs and provide an alternative to families. So tell us, how have you maintained that connection with families during this COVID-19 pandemic? How are you still able to support kindergarten readiness?
I'm glad you asked. It was me as a teacher for 21 years for VPK under Head Start. Once we began to come home, it's like, okay, we're closing down. We're not going to open up the school. I'm like, oh my, how are these kids going to continue to learn or just being able to enjoy life while learning? And I was sitting there and I came up with like, oh, let's just throw some activities in a bag and take it to them. So once I took it to my partners and my executive director, they was like, oh, give me some examples. So I began to work my little magic. It's like, okay, oh, we know they need to know math, letters, numbers, and just vocabulary itself. And when I tell you, when the KRC team came together and put each of our ideas in it, it was amazing. I was in awe of how the response we have from the community itself.
Nikki, and I actually have here with me a sample of what you're just describing, and we've shared these before on the show, but because we're going back to school and we really want to energize people in the community about getting ready for kindergarten, here we are. This is the learning kit that Nikki has described, and Nikki and Maria Pantoja have distributed a total of 506 learning kits countywide. We know that by now they've exceeded that number, but that was as of June 30th, and a total of 2,136 books. This is from March till June. So you guys have been very, very busy. Nikki, tell me, what are parents saying about the learning kit?
They are really, really appreciative of it because, again, we deliver the kits, and that's what make it a lot easier and safe for our families. So coming outside to a bag of goodies that can keep their child occupied, not just the child, but the whole family itself. We try to give activities that not just involve that individual child, but the whole family. We go from small, low, medium, and high levels. So any of the kids can utilize it for their own benefit. But the parents and the kids, when you go to the door and they see you walking up, they're like meeting you to the door because they know they can, more goodies. And the kids really, really excited to see the activities and not really realizing that they're learning, but and also just bonding with their family itself. And the family is just, they're so appreciated. I can't say that enough because I get texts and, we get inboxes like, when is the next one? Or can you take me to a higher level? Just to benefit off the idea of activities coming to the door.
Nikki, and we want to encourage those families who have received the learning kit to send us a message on our Facebook page or tag us. Send us pictures of your little ones. The summer learning kit was a hit. All of them have been a hit, but in the summer learning kit, you had colored chalk and there were beach balls. There were a lot of fun activities to keep the kids engaged and also to keep them active. We don't want them necessarily to just stay indoors, but to be outside, to get some fresh air and to get some exercise. I want to point something that we've shown before on the show, but this is so critical, Nikki, and this is something that you and your counterpart, Maria, talk a lot about, and this is the developmental wheel. So mom and dad, grandparents, any family members who have a little one, ages 0 to 5, this is huge, and this wheel really gives you a sense of where a child needs to be when they're 2 months old, a year, 2 years. Is that correct, Nikki?
Yes, that's just a guideline we give our parents, but not just giving our parents, but that's what we work on when we utilize our activities for our parents. We're not just doing activities and say, oh, we're just going to pull it out of our head. We want to follow the guidelines of from that 0 to 5 years old, or even beyond the 5-year-old, because we came across that a lot of kids, they're advanced. And again, parents don't look at it because your child is not in the same level as another child. Each child, they learn different. But we just want to stress and give you that tool, that so when we give you activities, you can go back to the wheel and say, oh, they're talking about language, or this is for mathematic or cognitive. So we just, again, utilize that wheel, not just for our family, but ourselves when we're making the activities for you, for the parents at home.
Nikki, you brought up a really good point. Each child is really a unique individual, and they learn at their own pace. We really want to stress that. You and I did a show on the early screening tool that the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative uses to help parents get a better sense of where their children are. So we would encourage those families who want more information as their little one gets ready for kindergarten to contact you to possibly have that screen done on their little one.
Yes, it's really, really a really good tool to find out where your child is at, where your child needs to be, and to just guide you on the next step that you need to be taking your child. And it's so simple. It's nothing to point out, your wrongdoing or your slack. Because again, if we look 10 or 20 years ago, it's different. The levels are different. So again, a lot of times parents just don't have the idea of what is it that their child need to know at their certain age. And if you're not comfortable doing it, me and my partner, we will walk you through it. We will actually do the test for you. But once you leave us with that test, I guarantee you will know exactly where your child is at.
Nikki, and you and Maria are also customizing activities. So if a child needs more support in an area or is a little bit more advanced, we do, again, provide this learning kit, but they can contact you, they can contact Maria, and you can provide additional activities to supplement the kit.
Yes, and also we have created a feedback card in the kit as well. So once we work on an activity based on your ASQ, but there's sometimes you can tie that same activity into just from the kit and not understanding that it connects. So again, the feedback card is just for us to meet you and your child where they're at, to help you wherever you need to be helped at. A lot of times parents, it's not so much that their child have not reached that goal. It's just the parents just have not been so much focused on that area. They're focusing on another area that they notice that their child is, maybe struggling in. And that's the feedback card. It comes at, hey, what do you want to see more of? Because again, KRC is only here to support our parents and letting them know that they're their child first teacher.
Well said, Nikki. So we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors. And when we come back, we want you to walk us through the back to school backpack. We'll be right back.
10, 9, 8.
Why did the countdown stop? Because it's the countdown to Buzz TV channel 1098, Comcast Xfinity, and it's here. Local content for Sebastian, Vero, and Fort Pierce. Tune in for local info, happenings, and fun, including all the great Planet Vero TV shows from 8 to 10 a.m. and p.m. Dial in channel 1098 for Buzz TV on your Comcast Xfinity box and discover what the buzz is all about.
At the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, our vision is for every parent, regardless of income or zip code, to have the knowledge and tools they need to raise healthy children that are prepared for kindergarten. Our mission is to support our partners in developing a high-quality early childhood system that is family-centered. Our outreach and parent engagement specialists connect with families and build trusted relationships. KRC has chosen Fellsmere and Gifford as our two focus areas in Indian River County. Our Fellsmere office is located downtown in the City Annex, and our New Gifford office is located within Victory Park Apartments. Our administrative offices are now located adjacent to Healthy Start and Treasure Coast Community Health in Vero Beach. The Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative, developing a high-quality early childhood system for all children in Indian River County.
Everyday activities are great for finding moments for talking and teaching new words. Babies' brains grow 80% in the first 18 months of life. As parents and your baby's first teacher, you can help build their brain with language and literacy skills. Involve the whole family. Ask questions. The more words babies hear, the larger their vocabulary can grow. Support early childhood education by talking, reading, singing, and family engagement. This message has been brought to you by PNC Grow Up Great and the Florida Grade Level Reading Campaign.
Are you a therapist or a nurse seeking the multi-state compact license? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
At Mattress Market, you don't have to spend a fortune to get a good night's sleep. Come in and find the perfect mattress for you. Choose from top brands as well as their exclusive luxury brand, Posh & Lavin. Come in today, sleep better tonight.
Discount prices, mymattressmarket.com.
Planet Vero Radio and TV will professionally produce your show and deploy your podcast to all major platforms. It's aired on local radio, too. Call Idea Garden, 772-778-2832.
Hi, Leah Waldo's. And although you're used to me talking about Waldo's, this time it's about the Driftwood Resort. Many have had to cancel vacation plans this summer, but the Driftwood Resort is coming to the rescue. From now through October 31st, the Driftwood is offering a studio unit deal. Stay 2 nights and get your 3rd night free. When booking, mention the Driftwood loves the locals. As always, upon availability. Driftwood Resort in Waldo's, where we have your staycation covered. 772-231-0550.
We're back to Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn. I'm your host, Nivea Torres, Executive Director of KRC. And joining me today is Miss Nikki Boswell. She's an early literacy specialist for the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative. Welcome back, Nikki. Nikki, in the time that we have left, I want you to walk us through the back to school backpack. I actually have mine here, ready to go back to school. Tell us what's in the backpack, Nikki.
First of all, I want to say the backpack is only geared for pre-K and kindergartners. We want to try to, limit what we've given from June and July back, because again, this is what we are geared for kids ready for kindergarten. So we just kind of geared for our VPK and our kindergarten students. And the bag is amazing. It's a lot of goodies in the bag. We have crayons, we have scissors, we have books. Always gonna get books. We have books. We even have vitamins from TCCH. They reached out and they gave us supplies. We have Vaseline for the kids. And some of the things that I really want to gear about is the mats. This is something that's really, really been big for our 3 to 4 months now that we're out. And we just want to give a little token to our VPK and kindergarten kids that's going back to school, something to utilize. And when they wear it, they can think of, oh, I got this from KRC, Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative. And both of the book bags, they are separated. Like I said, we're doing VPK, and that's preschools. And then we have our kindergartens, and that's Lola Goes to School. So we try to give, because some of our families have multiple kids and some are going to VPK, and you may have one going to kindergarten. So that separates it, and it even gives the family more books to add to their own library. But the clue is is KRC, we have our own coloring book. And it is so amazing that we all came together and we utilized the kits that we've been giving out from March to now. So if you get this, pictures from planting the seed to using the chalk, even down to using the clips for the plate. And it's just giving you little things that can color. And again, we always want to utilize things or items or areas of Ready for Kindergarten. So this book is a treat for our little ones going into VPK and kindergarten. So I know Nivea likes to color, so she's going to have a field day with a KRC coloring book.
I'm going to enjoy it from beginning until end, Nikki. And I was looking at the backpack, a lot of goodies here, like you said, the books, the scissors, there's even a t-shirt, look out kindergarten, here I come. So there are a lot of good things in the backpack. Nikki, there's some families who are probably wondering how to get more information. Maybe they're not aware of the backpack and they really need this information or this resource for their little ones. How can they contact you? How can they contact Maria?
The easiest way to contact us is go through Facebook, inbox us, make a comment, even on this live today. If you like to have a book bag or you want more information about KRC, please feel free to go in our inbox, comment on this video today, and just let us know. And I promise you, we will get back to you as soon as we have that opportunity to come. School is starting on Monday, so the quicker you call, the quicker you get your bag.
That's excellent. So please send us a message on Facebook, or like Nikki said, comment on this live video. Let us know how we can help you. Nikki, what's next?
The next one we're going to be thinking about the fall. I really like the fall because, again, that's when school starts. I don't know exactly what's going to be in the bag, but I know we're going to talk about the feelings, because now we done went through this whole pandemic as far as months and kids are going back to school. We want to focus on how to utilize our language to express ourselves, to even recognize other feelings. So in the fall, look for it. We're going to be doing a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of acting. So get ready.
Nikki, thank you for joining me today. We really appreciate it. We look forward to having you again on the show and talking about all the wonderful things that the Kindergarten Readiness Collaborative is doing to get kids ready for kindergarten. So thank you. And until next time, this has been Moonshot Radio, where every moment is an opportunity to learn.